Hey guys, it's Becca. So I was working on a portrait in Procreate and I thought it might be kind of cool to do the same portrait in charcoal and show the process side by side. One thing I wanted to note before showing the video is that the charcoal pencils that I use don't actually reach a true black, and I'm also working on gray newsprint, so the value range for the final charcoal drawing is much more limited than the digital version. It kind of looks unfinished by comparison when you look at them side by side. So I went into Photoshop really quick and added in the darkest darks and brightest highlights to this just to show you what a huge impact it has to have a full black to white value range. Okay, let's look at the time lapses. I start in the exact same way for both of these with a linear lay-in. That's what I learned from Watts. That's what I always do. Though you can tell that I'm way more careful on the traditional drawing because obviously I don't have the luxury of moving things around as easily that you do on digital. So my traditional lay-in is also way tidier because at this point, because I've been drawing with charcoal much longer than I've been drawing digitally, I have way more control of my line quality. Again, these are pretty much mirroring each other at this point. I've got sort of the general dark areas that I want in there and then adding in the darkest darks. You can tell that the calligraphy and line work is way more artful and technical on the traditional drawing. Because I don't have a ton of experience working digitally, it ends up being a way cruder approach that requires a lot of refining. The traditional one, you can see it just builds up pretty steadily the whole time. The digital one, it's a little rough around the edges. I picked this portrait because I tend to struggle a lot with portraits that don't have a really clear shadow highlight distinction. So portraits with a lot of mid-tone values. This photo is taken in a studio, so it's very soft, the lighting, and there's some kind of under lighting under the nose. So a lot of this was focused on getting through the highlight areas, and you can see kind of the struggle from this point of me trying to figure out how to get the lighter values in there and having the right distinction and direction to the shading in the lighter areas. So for the charcoal drawing, I'm mostly referencing a printed version of the photo, which tends to have a lot less information than a super high-res screen. So towards the end, I pull out my phone and try and get some of that more detailed information in there, and I also use my phone if there's something that I can't, a plane, for example, that I can't quite distinguish based on the printed version.